Live is brought to you by All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. Earn your Class A and Class B license and endorsements with courses online and in person in the city of Long Beach. Call or visit the website 909-708-4861, www.allincdotraining.com. If you're unemployed, underemployed, or just want to change a career, scholarships are available, so don't worry about the cost. Give them a call. All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. AC Sports Live is also brought to you by Mood Swing Apparel, DEM Clothing. Dominate every matchup, period. Check them out, Mood Swing Apparel on Instagram. AC Sports Live is also brought to you by Cannon Nation Boxing. If you want to learn the sweet science of boxing, or if you just want to get a real good workout in, working out and training with pros, check out CannonNationBoxing.com and become the best version of yourself today.
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to take control of your future? All In CDO.
Test 1 2. Back in the building once again. AC Sports Live. Just got off the field, man. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. If you want to watch and comment, tune in to YouTube, AC Sports Live. Love to chat with you, hear your input on tonight's topics. Speaking of topics, just got back from Warren High School. Little passing league action. And the Norwalk boys is out there getting work in versus Warren. CIF champ King Drew versus more league champs Long Beach Wilson. And work is work, man. Got to get it in, got to get out there, got to get active, and got to compete at the next level. You got to see what the speed looks like. You got to see and feel the intensity to just get yourself right, man. Got to do it. Shout out to those who are on Instagram. We are going live just on the phone. What's going on, guys? I see you, Chaz. Let's see who's over here. I think it is MG Niners, Big Gabe, Zion Burris, Ethan, Joseph. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, if you want to comment, you got to go to Facebook, you got to go to YouTube, and I'll read your comments on the show. Tonight's topics, man. NBA playoffs. Wemby is next, man. This kid, he's going to score 102 points one day. He's Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and KD. He's all those things, man. So tonight, OKC goes up 3-2. It's 127 and 111 or something like that. But they're going back and forth. Shai Gilgeous shoots 20 free throws, so you know how that goes. If you got the refs on your side, and your night's going to be pretty much scripted, and this might go 7 games, while the New York Knickerbockers on the other side in the East is sitting pretty and not having lost in 12 games. I said last week that the winner would come out of the West, OKC or San Antonio. But as I look at this Knicks team, and I'm speaking as a 76ers fan, this might be a team of destiny, man. This Knicks team has a different type of tempo and killer instinct. I saw an interaction between Jalen Brunson and his dad on the sideline after the game when they already clinched a spot in the finals. And Father Brunson went to congratulate his son on a job well done, but son was not ready to celebrate. And here we go. He had that Mamba mentality. Job's not done. This Knicks team, man, as much as I hate to say it, are probably going to be the NBA champs. The way OKC and San Antonio go back and forth, and then the number of injuries that OKC has, and the way that OKC is able to turn around after getting beat by, at times, an unguardable, unstoppable force in Wemby. They come right back, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a night like he had tonight. They can pretty much flip the switch and be the champs. But on the East, the Knicks, man, the way they demolished my Sixers and the way they demolished the Cavs. Shout out to James Harden. We knew you would not show up. This is how you roll in the playoffs. It's not even it's a surprise at this point. You don't really show up in the playoffs. You go away. And that black hole point guard, dribble to the cup, maybe dish, maybe not. That's not championship basketball. Watch the Knicks. The Knicks are playing championship basketball. They dribble drive, swing it, skip pass it, alley-oop it. They cherry pick. They play tenacious defense at the cup. A team with Karl Anthony Towns at center could possibly win the championship. That is crazy to me. But that's sports. Mike Brown just might be the voice. Mike Brown has been around the corner, around the block. He's been in several organizations, including the Los Angeles Lakers. He's been on several staffs with championship caliber coaches. So maybe he has found his groove with this group. The Knicks look really good. I mean, this might be Spike Lee and Fat Joe's dream come true. Who's going to beat the Knicks? Wemby or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the squad? That will happen next week. We still got one more game left. Well, 2 more games left out west. This could go 7, which gives the Knicks even more time to rest up. And I don't know. This weekend, we saw a lot of celebrity mixed martial arts. I might have to pause the Instagram feed because I want to show the pictures that there's a picture of I appreciate y'all, man. If you want to tune in to YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, AC Sports Live. I appreciate y'all. I might come back after I show my pictures. I gotta do all this saving. Come on, man. It's asking for a whole lot. Episode 18, season 6. I just want to get to my pictures. Season 6. Share it. Alright, so now get off of here. Instagram doesn't want to close, of course not. So you can go watch Michael Beasley against Lance Stevenson, but the talk of the town is Ray J, Brandy's brother, getting knocked out by YouTuber Super Hot Fire. And then going as far in the post game. Oh my goodness, man. And if you watch some of the old clips of Ray J training for the fight with Rampage Jackson, and Rampage was kind of like, you shouldn't even fight, man. And Super High Fire knocks him out, man. And it's not even, it's bad. It's really bad. Coming there out of shape. Coming there, and it's not like they're boxing with big gloves, 16-ounce gloves. They're playing boxing, playing mixed martial arts with the small gloves. I think those were 6 ounces, 8 ounces, 10 ounces, whatever. He felt every bit of this right hook. You don't play. Hello, Queen Elaine. Thanks for stopping by. We sure miss you out here West. We know you in retirement mode, enjoying your best life. Best life. What is Ray J doing in the ring in the first place, man? And there were other fights. I think Johnny Manziel whooped somebody. Johnny Football. Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson mixed it up a little bit. Two guys who are very much competitors and opponents and rivals on the one-on-one circuit after their NBA careers. And now they step into the square octagon. They were in a boxing ring doing mixed martial arts. So that's kind of bootleg in itself. But they did. And Lance Stevenson submitted Michael Beasley pretty quickly in the first round. Super Hot Fire knocks out Ray J. Johnny Manziel got a win. So it's all entertainment. My thing to the celebs, stick to 20-ounce gloves, tough man, soft gloves, boxing, so nobody gets really hurt. Because Ray J took a nice shot. He took a really, really good shot. And he had knots on his head. And then post-game, he says, you messed up our money, which alludes to the fight being fixed and that they could get more money if the fight went a certain way. But nobody told Super Hot Fire because he wanted to go ahead and give Ray J a piece of his mind by knocking him out, clean out. What are we doing, man? A few weeks ago, we saw Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano get back in the ring after 20 years out, and they finessed us out of a few $1 million on Netflix, which was, the build-up was pretty good. The pre-fights were exciting, a lot of quick knockouts and submissions, but I felt kind of let down by Gina Carano. I think she finessed us pretty good. She did not avoid the takedown. It looked like she kind of conceded the takedown, and then she did not use a professional escape. When you turn into the armbar, I think you have a chance. But when you turn away from it, I think you intensify it. I'm not a mixed martial artist. I just know I don't want anybody to manhandle me. And I think my son had the same instinct when we did jiu-jitsu many years ago. We'd go to a few jiu-jitsu classes and we go through, naked chokes and gi chokes, arm bars, full Nelson, half Nelson, and how you get out of those things. And most of it's just being quick and not allowing him to lock it in. So you feel a choke coming, you have to get out of that position. A professional fighter like Gina Carano should know how to avoid an armbar, especially from someone that's all she really knows how to do. If you wanted to really make this an enjoyable fight for us to watch, you would have stayed up, you would have boxed her, which would have made her less effective. But as soon as she gets to the ground, it's pretty much a wrap. So as a professional fighter, you watch the Holly Holmes fight and the Amanda Nunes fight. They just boxed Ronda Rousey a few times around the ring, and she can't keep up. She's not a good boxer. She's a great grappler. So even in a street fight, don't go to the ground with Ronda Rousey. That's not where you want to be, and that's what happened. 17 seconds is ridiculous. They both got paid millions of dollars for 17 seconds worth of work, and they were too okay with it after it was over. They were chummy. I love you. I respect you. I'm just glad it wasn't pay-per-view. I'm glad Netflix flipped the bill, but I think they took a black eye when it comes to promoting some of these household name fighters against each other after they're done, because we might just get a snoozer. It's happened to us a few times, and they told us that it was a good fight. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, all that hype and publicity, and Mike Tyson was not allowed to throw a left hook. So when you go Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul, the man almost got killed because he's not a real polished and ready fighter. It's crazy right now. The boxing game, guys coming out of retirement, Floyd's coming out of retirement, Lomachenko's coming out of retirement, and yet we can't get the fights that we want. And now we have Clarissa Shields and Alicia Baumgardner going back and forth. They're 40 pounds apart. Clarissa Shields walks around at 185. She's a big girl. Whereas Alicia Baumgardner walks around at 130. She's a small, lightweight. And they're talking, and if they do fight, what is the middle ground? Clarissa Shields can't lose 40 pounds. She's too old to lose 40 pounds. That would be dangerous. And Alicia Baumgardner can't gain 25 pounds and still be who she is. So they can't fight. They're just making a lot of noise. But that's where we are. We can't get the fights that we want. I want Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. I want to see Garcia versus Shakur. I want to see Usyk versus Benavidez. Benavidez goes up 10 pounds and he goes heavyweight. I think Benavidez beats Usyk, as we saw Usyk struggle last week. There's some fights for us to have. There's some young guys that need to be seen. And I think the MVP promotion model is something that will catch on. And that was the best thing that came out of all this, is that Jake Paul has gotten his fighters paid a lot more handsomely than the UFC. Now, boxing, with Floyd Mayweather having financial issues, I think that equation still has yet to be solved. Floyd Mayweather should not be out of money. He's fought so many pay-per-views. He's had so much success. He should be fine. forever with money, but he's not. So boxing has some work to do. Mixed martial arts has some work to do. These guys should not be broke with all the money that's being shared across the board. You're now a grandma? Oh, Lord. Queen Grandma. What's your name? What's your grandma name? Elaine is saying Ray J is a straight clown. Well, you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. Knocked out. Not cool. Not sure if you heard about this. LSU basketball. LSU basketball has really pushed the envelope when it comes to who they're going to sign to NIL deals. So we all know the NIL and transfer portal has changed the game significantly. And LSU's projected roster averages 23 years old and older. And word on the street is that they just signed Jello Ball. I think that one's fake. But these guys are professionals who are no longer professionals, and they're going back to school, to the University of Louisiana State. R.J. Lewis, Yam Mater, Bryce Desert, Marcio Santos, Mo Diabate from Kentucky. We got Austin Nunez, 23, Abdi Bashir, Divine Ogachiwu, and Seolu Niang. A lot of foreign players, but look how old they are. The youngest player is 20 years old. So we hear that Congress is getting involved in all the NIL and transfer portal policies, and the play five and age restrictions are going to be more topics of discussion the more they get closer and closer to grown 25-year-old men playing college basketball as freshmen because they haven't gone to school yet. It's going to take the people that are in charge that have some sense and have some common sense that is it college basketball or is it not? Is it simply another version of the G League? Because when you allow pros who have played in NBA games to go back to college, what are we really saying? What are we doing? I'm interested in it because my son is a third-year player with 2 years to play, and they said he now has 3 years to play, as long as you're done playing before you're 23. So if you graduate high school at 18, you play college ball till you're 23. Interesting. A lot of these guys that are getting their years back by hardship, more than just the redshirt year, just the year that you didn't get a chance to play much, had a knick-knack injury, or had a coach that didn't believe in you, you get your year back. If anything, any circumstances might have presented themselves that might deem that you were not given an opportunity to maximize your name, image, and likeness, or your college experience. Interesting stuff, but LSU has really pushed the envelope by signing so many professionals. That is 9 professionals they have on their college roster. So 18-year-old recruits, you could forget about playing basketball at LSU. And I would go as far as to say LSU in general, any of the SEC teams that are near all the voting right foolishness, the SEC schools should be boycotted by any kid of color from the South, because they are saying that your vote does not matter in the South with the redistricting and civil rights acts and voting rights acts and all these different undercover reversing of history tactics. You need to come on out west. You need to go on up north and play basketball at UCLA, play basketball at Villanova, play basketball at Temple, play at Indiana, play at the northern states. Give the SEC a taste of their own medicine and get out of there. Rodney Sauce in the building. 6 years is starting to be the norm. That's almost too much. I played 4.5. My redshirt year, then 4 years straight. And graduated, got out of Dodge. Congratulations and welcome to the club. As far as being a grandparent, that's y'all. I ain't in the whole rush. I can't wait to have grandbabies, but I can wait to have grandbabies, if you know what I mean. Not in no rush. I know I'm going to give all my attention to my grandbabies. They going to have me in the palm of their hand. I can't wait. But I will wait. Not going to rush nothing at all. UCLA coming with that fire. This is off topic, but I had to share them. See, UCLA is going to have either the best season ever or the biggest letdown season ever, because these uniforms are going to be sick. I designed something similar to this when I was at UCLA. I drew up several versions of where we could go with our uniform color scheme, and navy blue was part of my initial thought. If they did not want to go black, we go navy, and then we flex it out with some gold and some powder blue, similar to these new uniforms that they're mocking up. So we got, of course, the blackouts. We've had black before. We got beat by Stanford at home with these blackouts on. So yeah, we have the LA Steels, my favorite new look. I think these will really be a fan favorite. I think the recruits will love these a lot. I just think it's a cool color scheme, man. Navy, powder, and gold, and white. Those are fresh, man. I like those a lot. The whiteout, now history is not on our side, but these, because we got beat 50-0 to USC with these on. Not the kid. We never lost to SC. Again, public service announcement. 1992 through 1999, never lost. But when we got out of there, we started getting beat by SC again. And when Coach Rick Neuhauser was at the helm, we broke out the all whites and we got beat 50-0. And since then, we've been wearing our home uniform versus SC on the road and away. The Joe Bruins, they can keep these. This is pretty standard. White pants, white helmet with a yellow bear on the side of the helmet. Not my favorite. And then the San Andreas, Old English writing across the chest with the Westwood and the UCLA on the helmet. I can dig it. They're not as dope as I thought they would be. Westwood itself is not gangster, so putting Old English letters in Westwood doesn't really frighten me. I would put Los Angeles on the front, and I'll put LA on the helmets. If I'm going to go San Andreas, if I'm going to go Latino gangster, East LA feel, I got to go all out. Go Hollywood or something. Say Hollywood. That's what I would do. But I like them LA Steels, though. I'll go with the LA Steels. That's my favorite. I hope they bring them out. You know, I know Chesney is really trying to cater to the recruiting trends. He's doing all the necessary adjustments to get kids in. He's flipping a lot of kids to come to UCLA. They got to win 8 games. They got to win 8 games. Point blank. My sweet brother Noomsy's in the building. OKC and the refs going to force it to Game 7. Yeah, I hate to see refs interfere with good ball. They're both playing hard defense. They're all over the place. But when Shea Gilgeous gets 20 free throws, And I'm starting to lose a lot of respect for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because he came from the school of Kobe Bryant. And the footwork and the turnarounds and the mid-range and the soft, jumper on the turnaround. But the falling and the foul baiting is getting old to watch. I hate to watch a guy fall a lot. Like Joel Embiid is on my team and he falls every single play. And I get tired of it. When I go play ball, my least favorite thing to do is fall. These dudes fall like it's supposed to be part of the game. I understand that drawing fouls is part of the game, but it's going a little too far. Whatever happened to the flopping rule? The flopping rule, like if you get caught flopping twice, just a technical foul or something like that, because this man jumps on the ground when somebody blows on him. I appreciate the comments, yo. Mike liked him. San Andreas, I don't like him that much, man. I got Big Takim in the building. I see young Takim getting it in. Boy, look ready, man. I hope he gets a shot. And all he can do is be ready. Stay ready. And when that phone call happens, be ready to go out there and show and prove what he can do. That's all we really want for our kids, man. Moving on. Interesting story. UCLA point guard Donovan Dent is retiring from football. Not football, basketball. Point guard, player of the year at New Mexico, several years. Gets his NIL deal with UCLA. Plays well. Pockets a couple of $1 million. And decides to fast forward an NBA shot and go play manager, go play trainer, go play business owner in Albuquerque, where he played college ball and became a household name. I think it's pretty cool when you can find your passion before you extend your welcome trying to make the pros. And I want to believe, and not to have a Mick Cronin rant, but he didn't enjoy basketball at UCLA. It didn't look like he was having fun, even though he found his footing and began to play a lot better towards the end of his career. I think he's maximized his number of years. So the retirement thing is kind of like just a shocking word, but he's just not going to pursue playing pro, even though he's going to play a few club games with his local team in Albuquerque versus other potential pros. He wants to focus on training. And I thought that was pretty cool because he has the money to start his program, to get gym access, to market, to do a podcast, to train young men and young girls on how to play basketball in Albuquerque, where it's an area where he see there's a need. Kids would fly to come train with him because he's a proven commodity in that area. And training is where it's at. There are more kids who want to become hoopers or football players or track stars than we can count. So I applaud him, mainly because I was a wannabe NFL player myself who wanted to play pro in the sport that I chose to play in college. So I chased the NFL. I chased the NFL from 1997 through 2003. And out of that, what is that, 6 years, 7 years? I only played 1 year and a practice squad year in the NFL. So I did not get a pension. I went on to play overseas twice in NFL Europe. I came home to play in the Arena Football League for 3 years. No pension there. So I chased ball. I turned down jobs. I turned down a job fresh out of college at Fox TV, KTTV TV, where I interned while a student at UCLA. And I look back, had I taken that job, I would have said no to the NFL and all the hardship and the anguish I had to go through as a player who could have made the team as a rookie or first year player. I used that year to try to make the Arizona Cardinals. I make it to the last cuts and I get released. I go home, no job, with a measly $10,000 signing bonus, which was gone after taxes and things like that. I work out, wait for a phone call. I get a phone call from the New Orleans Saints. I go work out. I kill the workout. They sign me, and I make the practice squad. And they send me to NFL Europe to learn how to play corner, since I played safety at UCLA. I have a good year overseas. I come back to camp. I don't get a shot. I get injured. I make the 53-man roster as an injured reserve player. And then the rest is history. I go back to NFL Europe after I get hurt. I come back. No love. Attempt to play in the CFL. No love there. Attempt to go back to the NFL. Couple of nibbles. No real deals. So I go to the Arena League and play a couple years there. Bunch of injuries happen, and before you know it, I'm done playing ball, and I have to figure it out. What Donovan Dent for UCLA is doing is skipping, which is not easy to do, because as a young player, I'm sure he wants to play in the NBA. But sometimes reality hits you in the face, and you realize that I'm not even the best point guard in the Big Ten. How am I going to make the NBA? You have to really, really believe in yourself. Who would have thought Jalen Brunson would be the best point guard in the NBA? Or the best point guard in the East? Is he better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? I think he's right there. He's unguardable. He's a bucket. He never comes out the game. And he's leading the Knicks team to a historical run. This might be one of the best Knicks teams of all time. And I think Jalen Brunson is, because he was raised that way. Daddy Brunson was just as hard on Jalen Brunson as Joe Jackson was on Michael Jackson. He had that boy working out night and day. And what he created was a killer. A stone cold killer. Jalen Brunson is not messing around with anybody. He's been this way since childhood to high school, through Villanova to now. All that working out. These mean daddies need to get their flowers. Roy Jones Jr.'s dad was tough on him. Oscar De La Hoya's dad was tough on him. Floyd Mayweather Sr. was tough on Floyd. So we got to give Daddy Brunson some flowers, man. His son is a killer. And the Knicks are in position to win the championship. So, Donovan Dent, backing up to the topic, retiring early, not giving up on yourself, but just coming to the realization when you've lost that drive to make it in that capacity. He's going to be ultra competitive and ultra successful as a basketball club owner, because of course he's going to hit the AAU circuit, make tons of money doing that, training young pros, make tons of money doing that. So imagine he opens a gym and he has NBA players to come train in his gym. And he has kids who want to become pros train with him when the pros are next door at the first court, second court, third court, and this whole thing is his. He's going to be sitting pretty. He'll be doing just fine. He'll be doing just fine. Mike Staff said, Embiid, Harden, SGA. He hates it. I hate all the falling, man. James Harden is, I don't know, man. I know he from the house. He from out here, but he went to Artesia, so I don't really have a whole lot of love for him. More like flipping than flopping. If the Spurs keep number 30 out there, OKC will shoot 43 throws the next game. He can't get right. Can't get right, just be out there hacking. You only get 6 fouls, but they be giving my man 2 of them. SGA fouled all night, but the league loves him. I respect his game, but yeah, I like how he gets to his spots. I love his shot selection, but I just don't like the theatrics. I think he can get those shots without all the extra. Be a tough guy. I know you're a quiet dude, like not Kawhi quiet, but you have a similar game where you can get your shots. But don't anticipate foul calls. I know he lives at the foul line. I know that's a way of playing ball, but it's getting a little bit out of hand. It's hard to watch. Sometimes I see players who are much more suited for pro sports than college ball. Baron Davis was definitely one. A lot of the UCLA guys were better at it. Baron Davis, Jordan Farmar, Russell Westbrook. So Farmar was really good at college, as was Johnny Juzang, and their games didn't equate to pros. But Baron, Earl Watson, Russell Westbrook, those types of guys, the pros. Even Zach LaVine didn't play much at UCLA. Peyton Watson didn't even start at UCLA. But they go to the league and become professionals. We have Donovan Dent, whose game might equate to a good NBA career, but not one where he is a star. He could see himself coming off the bench, being a solid role player, but there's no guarantee in that. He found himself in the G League, find himself struggling to get on the court, and then he's saying, hey man, I got money in my pocket. I could be happy doing this now. And I got a couple $1,000,000 in the bank, and I'm not hard up for cash. That's an easier decision to make. Mac man in the house. Yeah, man. I saw Mac and his son this evening. His son's playing for Warren High School. Freshman out there, scored a touchdown on my DBs on a nice post route. My free safety came up a little bit short. Quarterback put it out there nice and deep, and young Mac stunting like his daddy. The deep post route, and he's super tall. Like, sheesh, was he 6'5"? I said, who got the height? And it's like Papa McElroy. So, youngster gonna be a problem in a couple years, man. Cause I know he's gonna get fast at some point, cause daddy fast. Do I take the Knicks over whoever comes out the West? I want to say yes, because of the way they're playing. Now, if they have to wait a week to start the series, they can mess around and lose the first 2. But the way the Knicks are playing right now, nobody beats them. Not SGA, not Wemby. But if they can get playing sooner than later, like if LKC wins the next game and it's now set for the first game to be this weekend, the Knicks are playing a brand of ball that I haven't seen them play ever in my own eyes. I've never seen the championship Knicks play. But this is better than Ewing's Knicks. I mean, these guys shoot it, these guys defend it, and they don't care who's hot. They're all shooting the ball. So it's going to be interesting, man. And Lance said Brian Shaw also went to school with him. Wow. You said he's 6'1.5"? No way. He's taller than me. He's looking down at me. I'm not less than 6'1.5". That's my official height. He was taller than me. Max says SGA, PTA, CBA, Knicks in 6. Lou Dort, Jansport, Rockport, Knicks in 6. I don't think we would ever believe this is. I don't want to hear Stephen A. Smith. I don't want to hear Fat Joe. I don't want to hear Spike Lee as a Philly fan. but I like watching the Knicks play. When I saw them demolish my Sixers and Embiid looking like he was just out of breath, I said, these boys right here, who's going to run with these boys? I was like, ain't nobody running with the Knicks right now, man. They are cherry picking. Dudes are releasing on the long shot. You see them guys take off? It's touchdown every time. How did the Knicks match up defensively against OKC? If Towns guards Hartenstein, do you trust Anunoby to guard Holmgren? Yep. Anunoby is a big, strong, fast, athletic guy. Put that elbow right in his kidney. I think they match up well with OKC. So you could run the Knick guards at SGA, switching off. Can OKC, let's see, can OKC stop the Knicks? Can Hartenstein run with Cat? I know Holmgren can run a little bit, so he'll be able to run with Anunoby, but can Anunoby use his body against Holmgren's lack of weight and strength? It's going to be a good matchup. I like the last Final Four. The Cavs, I knew they weren't going to play because James Harden is just not a playoff player. He's a regular season player, and that's a daggone shame because Donovan Mitchell didn't even look inspired playing with him. It's a tragedy, man. All right, man. So the fastest 200 I've ever seen. I pressed the wrong button. Who sent me this? Somebody sent me this 200 meter. These high school kids, man. I got a few minutes. We get to this. This right here. I don't know how these young boys are doing it, but it really is scary how fast they're running. This is a high school kid who runs a 19.8 when aided. Blake Hamilton in Texas. Rodney sent me this. Okay, so yeah. Rodney produced this segment. Man, I hate to be cynical, but this kid was getting faster at 150. This kid got out the gate, dragged 2 feet, snatched up the lane in front of him within 60 meters, and leaves the 100-meter champion. He is lifting and reaching heel toe up, knee drive, arm pump, and he is not getting tired. Wind aided or not. Is this physically possible from an 18-year-old kid? I hate to think about the worst, that these kids aren't natural. But the technique was there, the power was there, the turnover was there. Are we just seeing the benefits of coaching, diet, technique, power, all wrapped up into one? Or my cynicism tells me there's no drug testing in high school, and he will not be running this fast in college when they have to drug test. Because a kid that gets faster at 175, 185, and he's pushing through, he might run 19.5. This is crazy. I know my track coaches, BT, might hop on here on the replay and say something that it's just the sign of the times. Kids just have the training and the knowledge now. Don't immediately think someone's juicing. But this right here, man, when I see that kid run that last 50, I don't know, man. Elaine said Knicks are battle tested, tired of coming up short. I love seeing the old Knicks at the game, supporting. You see old Patrick Ewing and all them guys in the stands. I think that's pretty dope. I think that's pretty awesome that they support like that. While I said he's giving up height, Holmgren is long. Yeah, but he's also thin. A couple elbows to the midsection will cut that height down about 5 or 6 inches. I like Perk calling big body Brunson. And that handle was sick. He not giving up the peel. I sent me this from Texas. Yeah, 1986. Yes, sir. I got questions. He's beating a prime Carl Lewis. I got questions. Shout out to the kid running super fast, but I got questions. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right. All right, man. 10-11 report as I go. On the way out. Gotta strike it up. As I'm preparing for the summer. Thank you, Dr. Frazier. Getting ready to get our drills together. Hitting drills, conditioning drills, and then what is legal and what's illegal. I was having a conversation with my buddy Tim at work today, talking about how it used to be when we did tackling drills and hitting drills. This right here, the bull ring. This ain't it. This is not it. I don't remember being able to point out your own target. Maybe that's the tweak in which they allow them to do the bull ring in this state. But this is the softest, tenderest mama drill I've ever seen. They might as well just not do it. If we can get in a time machine and go back to 1986, 1985. Now 86 is good. I think we were 11 years old. And we did the mama drill. You guys call it the bull ring. We call it the mama drill because you did it till you called your mama. Coach Harris, Coach Neely were diabolical. We would do the mama drill. Dudes would be teeing off on the guy in the middle. Rapid fire numbers called. You didn't get to pick who you were going to hit. You had to hit whoever was coming. So you imagine in that middle, pumping your legs, looking around, all around you, and you will hear numbers called, and you have to find the person coming. It will be Booch, Freddie, William, Landy, Roxity, Raymond, Marlon, Jeffrey, Brian, Sean, all these dudes were killers. Sean Jones, William Jones, Orso, Duckett. You had to hit all these killers. We only had 22 people on our team, but they were all killers, and they were trying to lay you out. Bubba Lowry, Jerry Whitaker, our whole team. Aziz Abdul Momo, Z-Bone, Ice Cream. These are dudes I played ball with at this age, and you had to do mama drill with them dudes. You did think that you learned how to hit. We had eye openers, mama drill, corner drill, pursuit drill, and we had to bring that wood. Our coach was going to make us do it again. My times have changed. I'm glad some things have been outlawed, but seeing that soft bull ring made me laugh because they are not doing it right. My 10-11 report. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I was off last week. I was burnt out. I can't even tell you how tired I was last week. As you all know, I'm a new pastor, so I'm prioritizing my week. I have to bring the word on Sunday, doing the organizational things with my church first and foremost. Football the second. I put my all into football during the week, and we had a passing league game, I think, and I just could not get home in time, so I had to cancel the show. But I brought it back this week. I took my Tuesday off, but we got a phone call to go to a 4-way passing tournament this afternoon, so we got it in. Guys got worked. We weren't full strength once again. We're still missing key players, but shout out to the Norwalk High School baseball team who made it to the quarterfinals. They lost today, so I'll get those players back real soon. But the dead period is next week, so we will be done until June 22nd when camp begins, and it's going to be time to get some work done and get this season cracking. But I'm ready, man. Shout out to all the freshman players who came to freshman orientation last week. We got some pretty good-looking kids coming in, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Kids looking good. AC2 update. He's just now started working out with Whittier College, looking like a guy. I think he's going to have an excellent season. I encourage you guys to check him out. Whittier football is back after, I think, a 5-year hiatus. They brought in 50 kids on top of the kids that were already there, so they're going to have a wild season. AC2 is going to be a big fish. He's going to have a great time. I can't wait to see him play. In the meantime, getting ready for graduation, end of the school year. Can't wait. These kids are real antsy these days, so you know how it is at the end of the school year for us teachers. Pray for us. That's all I can say. All right, y'all. You guys have a blessed week. We'll see you next time. Same bad channel, same bad time. I'm AC. It's AC Sports Live. Peace and blessings. A lot of tender love memories. Oh, boy. Appreciate that, Queen Lane, out here doing God's work, and I know you are too. Y'all be blessed. Till next time. Peace.